First day of fall camp, and I certainly look like I have a beard and a t-shirt going right now. Georgia opens fall camp. They are the number 5 team in the country according to the coaches, and that looks about right judging by what I saw out there today. It was a perfectly fine day. Listen, for me, I go straight to the bullet points. Offense is going to be tough to stop. I was, in watching everything, concerned. I think you should be concerned slightly if you're a Georgia fan about the safeties. I mean, Josh Harvey-Clemens ain't going to play in that first game. And they're big hitters back there, but are they talented enough to, safety is not just about making the big hit. Sometimes, the big hit's overrated. You'd certainly rather have an interception and get the ball than make a big hit and tackle somebody. So that's the one thing, that looked out to me. One guy that stood out to me dramatically was Leonard Floyd, a guy who was from Dodge County, spent this past year in Hargrave. He's a guy to keep your eye on. But for Mark Richt and company, today was about just getting out there, not tackling to the ground, obviously. When you're in shorts and so forth, you want to be very, very careful with injury. But, the word of the day was, I guess determination, or they're really, it seems, if they're not tired of talking about last season, I know I am. It's gone, and it's time for Georgia to lift a trophy. It's been a long time since they've won a significant championship. I would say since the 2007 season when they won the Sugar Bowl. I mean, they haven't had a big deal championship since that time, and lost in the SEC championship 2 years in a row. And it's not going to be a hop, skip, and a jump to get back into the thing. But today was a pretty good start. Days like today, I mean, you don't even think about Todd Gurley or Aaron Murray because you're looking at all these other younger guys. But the fact of the matter is, I can write about freshmen who are new all I want to, but this season's going to be determined by how well the front seven on defense plays and how well the offensive line plays for Georgia. The skill guys, Aaron Murray's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Todd Gurley arguably is the best running back in the country. And if Georgia wants to add another one of these crystal balls, those guys in the trenches are going to have to play well. And I think from what I saw today, people should be a little bit optimistic about this defensive front. Marlo Herrera, nobody thinks about. He started almost as many games as Alec Ogletree has the last 2 years. He's a good player. Rameek Wilson, no, not a big deal recruit, but a steady player and probably will be a 2-year starter at Georgia. You look at Jordan Jenkins, you look at James DeLoach. Those two guys are very good. If James DeLoach is still the starter, that means he's very good because, to me, Leonard Floyd is going to be a guy people need to keep an eye on. And then, Garrison Smith, it's another guy who – this defense has got a lot of guys, and they got a lot of different types of guys. So if they play well, this team's not going to lose very often. It may lose 2 games, if that. So this is a high-level team, and I'll tell you one thing. If the defense makes plays, these guys, I just don't know how they're going to get beat. They could certainly lose to Alabama or any legitimate SEC foe, but they're not going to get tripped up very often, and that's what it seemed to me today. The offensive line is good enough to score a ton of points. The defensive line was easily holding its own with them when I was out there today. In fact, there were times when they were whipping them pretty good. So we'll see. Time will tell. But if they want to add a crystal ball here, and they've got the Orson Charles protective cover here, if they want to add one of these, they're going to have to play well in the trenches. And right now it looks like they can. So first day of fall camp, we'll be keeping you up to date, read everything. Georgia will get back out tomorrow very early, so we'll have everything we can for you here on Dog Post.